What is up, everybody? Random Random Man here, aka RRM, bringing you another rapid movie review, aka RMR. And it is for Nickel Boys in one take. Based on 2019's The Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead, the plot of this film follows two African-American boys sent to an abusive reform school in 1960s Florida. Ethan Heresy and Brandon Wilson do outstanding jobs as these two characters, displaying a lot of the harrowing internal emotion that they are dealing with across the narrative, with a special shout out also going to Ingenue Ellis-Taylor as the grandma to one of the boys. This film is notable for being told from a first-person perspective, where the camera is put in the literal perspective of one of the boys and flipping back and forth to another with conversations happening. And this directing style from Ramel Ross is also very distinct in how he inserts a lot of montage sequences or other stock footage and photos in between scenes to get us a sense of the atmosphere and what kind of ethereal feeling this movie is having. Previously, Ross directed the documentary Hale County This Morning This Evening, which he was Oscar nominated for, and I wasn't that big of a fan of that movie for its cinematic style there, not necessarily working for how it was trying to get me emotionally involved. Here, surprisingly to me, it conversely worked with how we are seeing the literal shoes being stepped into for one person or two people in this case, to where we know a lot of the horrible stuff that is happening is implied, but what we do see, we also see stuff that is envisioned in their mind, and this is aided by how Ross co-wrote the screenplay and also got an Oscar nomination for this film on top of it being nominated for Best Picture. The cinematography here is notable for how it is also trying to bob and weave through perspective, and at first it is jarring because it takes a while to get through how disorienting it would be to be in literally someone else's shoes for the entirety of a film, as opposed to, say, let's say you're playing a video game. But I think that as the movie progressed, I settled into it more, even if I also felt that the movie was a bit overlong, with some inserts and some sequences going on for more than what they needed to get the effect across. But again, like I said, Jomo Frey's cinematography here, I think, works wonders for how we are put into this world. And in one sense, this literally did happen, it being loosely based, the book, I should say, that this movie is based on, what actually happened around the country with other similar situations in reform schools. There are also technical elements here that I have to praise, like the original score. One of the composers of the score, Alex Summers, previously did the music for 2020's Audrey, and I think that the piano cues here, in being sporadic but also putting in some of the emotion here, added on to the effect and how I was suckered into the narrative more than I was initially expecting because of how this movie is told. Now, in comparing this to other Best Picture nominees from this year, it is not my favorite per se, and here I'll throw up on screen my updated preferential ballot here, now having seen all 10 of this year's nominees for the Best Picture Oscar. But I think that with what Ramel Ross did in earning a WGA award for adapting this into a screenplay, also getting a DGA award for his directing here as a narrative feature, I think he shows a lot of promise for what he has done in reeling in potent perspective across this haunting historical drama that I think that those that are open-minded will get into like I did, but I can see those being put off because of how this isn't a conventional way to tell a story, and I think that has a lot of artistic merit for what it is worth, and I see all the acclaim that this movie has been getting. With all of that being said, I definitely recommend Nickel Boys. And with that, my final verdict for Nickel Boys is 4 out of 5 stars. And there you have it. Thank you all, as always, for watching. Be sure to like this video, comment on what you thought of Nickel Boys, social media links in the description, subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll catch you on the next movie review.